It's me, MLB. Here's the Top Delinquent Chapter 14, and this one is titled, Putting It Out There. You gently placed a swab on his cheek to clean the gashes under his eye, and he flinched. Hold still, you sook, you grunted as you reached around and placed a hand on his opposite cheek so you could hold his face still. You turned his face to yours, and he couldn't help but make eye contact with you again. Yin, he said softly as he placed a hand on your hand that was on his cheek. If I may give you an honest compliment, you have beautiful eyes. You ripped your hand away from under his and stepped back quickly, eyes nearly popping out of your head as you spun away from him. Fix your own cuts, you grunted hurriedly as he ran out the door and down the hall. Yin, wait! Iida shouted down the hallway after you. He called something else out, but you just had to get away. Is he serious right now? Really? Right after everything that's happened with DH, he goes and says something like that? You thought as you ran. Why is he doing this? It's not fair to be saying stuff like that to me. I might look tough, but I'm so freaking weak. I couldn't handle it if he played me as well. You continued to scream internally as you ran, asking yourself why he would compliment you, and did he actually mean it? You ended up running all the way home, without your bag or glasses, and snuck into the house. Thankfully, the front door had been left open. The next morning you snuck back out of the house and headed to school, completely empty-handed and very apprehensive. As you got closer to the gate, you saw Iida standing there with your glasses and bag in hand, and you hesitated on what to do. Sucking it up, you put on your best scowl and marched towards him, eyes flicking away every time you almost made eye contact. As you got closer, you reached your hand out for your bag to take it from him, and he didn't let it go, even when you pulled hard on it. Yin, he said in an even tone, as you kept your eyes averted. You broke out in goosebumps as your heart rate spiked, fearful of what he was going to say to you. I am not apologising for what I said yesterday, but I am apologising for my timing. I shouldn't have said that straight after you broke up with your boyfriend, he said earnestly. You hung your head and nodded. Okay, thanks, you mumbled, pulling your bag free of his grasp and turning to head to class. Yin, your glasses, Iida called as he held them up to you. You looked back at him. It was the first time that you had made eye contact that morning, and you saw that he had a new pair of glasses on. He hadn't put any more band-aids or sutures on his face, but he had kept the band-aid that you had applied on his chin, wearing it like a badge of pride. How's your face? You asked gruffly. Fine, thank you, he said with a smile. You nodded and walked back to take the glasses from him. How is your eye? He asked softly as he looked down at you. Fine, I think. Does it still look... You asked, your voice trailing off as he reached for your chin and tilted your head up to have a better look at it. Your eyes met his, and you froze as he held your gaze, his curled finger under your chin. Oh, am I interrupting something? The sly voice of DF said from your left, and you quickly backed away from Iida. Nope, you said as you spun, and walked off, leaving her to run after you. I have so many questions, she bubbled as she ran up beside you. Question 1 is, how is it that Iida can touch you now without getting his head bitten off? Can you friggin' not? You barked at her with an angry look on your face. I'm so friggin' done with everyone. Why? What happened? She asked with a confused laugh. Okay, so DH rocked up here yesterday after school and took a swing at Iida, you said as you continued marching towards the stairs inside the building. DF screamed. He what? Yeah, you grunted. Then friggin' got that stuff sorted out. And then I went with him to the nurse's office, but she wasn't there, so I slapped a band-aid on his chin. He told me he friggin' liked how beautiful my eyes were. Like, what the hell? Whoa, hold the phone, DF gasped dramatically. He flirted? I don't friggin' know, you shouted, confused. Why the hell would he be flirting with me? Because he likes you, DF deadpanned. I've been saying this for the longest time. I would not be a bit surprised if he wrote a confession letter to you. Ugh. Please do not put that out in the universe, because now that you've said it, it'll probably happen, you groaned. What's the issue? DF asked as she crossed her arms across her chest once you two had gotten to your locker. You like him, so just go out already. What? You screeched as you riffed your locker door open, another blush on your cheeks. As if I like him, he's... Yeah, you do, she stated plainly. A blind man can friggin' see it. Can you just drop this already? Are you that lonely that you have to try and live through my life? You seethed, thoroughly riled up. Ouch, she replied. Personal attack much? Sorry, but shut up, you grunted as you grabbed your books and stormed off to class. DF watched you go. She knew you were starting to develop feelings for Iida, and it was plain to see that he liked you too. But your pride wasn't about to let you admit it that readily. Good luck to the guy, she thought as she watched Iida approach his locker, his eyes watching the back of you as you marched to class. He's going to have to be patient and as strong as a frickin' titan to break down those walls that she has up. You got to class and plopped down in your seat, whipping your head towards the window and staring out of it angrily. Pfft, as if I'd like Iida, you thought. Just then Iida entered the classroom, and you heard him greet a fellow classmate, and without thinking you turned your head to look in his direction. Although he was greeting the classmate, his eyes were on you, and you quickly looked away again, embarrassed that you two had made eye contact. Ooh, it's getting juicy, y'all. Stay tuned for chapter 15 coming tomorrow.